a typical person when my friends and family decide to or think about purchasing a home or renting a property. They always want me to go inspect it prior to them doing so to make sure there's not something that they can't live with. And plus, I also love to go look at different layouts of different floor plans. It's just me. I don't know if it's a girl thing or whatever, but I like doing it. Well, anyways, my story takes place about 3 years ago with my mom. And what happened was that she was planning on purchasing a property around Mayish. And when she was planning on purchasing this property, she had asked me to come see the house 3 different times, and these 3 different times I made up an excuse on why I didn't want to go. I was busy. I mean, I don't know everything I said, but I made up 3 different excuses for 3 different, and it's just weird because I love doing this, and I definitely love to want to protect my mom, so I definitely want to do this. So for me not to, it's just something that's out of my character, but I never dawned on me on why I didn't want to go. I just thought to myself that I don't know. It's just, I didn't even think. I just went on about my day. Honestly, I just didn't really think about it. But anyways, well, it came down to one day I came home from work and my mom was sitting on my couch and she had told me, "Oh, hey, what are you doing?" I was like, "Hey, Mom, what are you doing?" And she's like, "No, I'm just coming to visit you." And I'm like, "Oh, hi." I was like, she's like, "What are you doing today?" I said, "Well, I'm gonna unwind, and then after that, I'm gonna start cooking." And she says, "Is that it? You have anything else you want to do?" And I told her, "No." Why are you asking? She said, "Oh, well, now you can go with me to go see the house." And I'm like, and immediately I went to like I wanted to roll my eyes. I mean, I just felt like dread. And again, that's not me. I mean, again, I love doing this. I really truly enjoy, looking at different layouts as well as assisting my family. I mean, obviously, yes, absolutely. And for me not to, and me not thinking why I'm being so like I just didn't want to do it. It never dawned on me that there's a reason why. Well, anyways, so as I said, okay, I had no choice. I didn't know what to do. I said, "You know what? Fine. I'm going to go ahead and let me go ahead and change and then we'll go ahead and go." She's like, "Great." So I go in my room and I'm changing, and as I'm changing, my daughter's in my restroom getting something. And as she's passing me, I'm like putting on my jeans and I start falling to the side. So when I fall to the side, I catch her arm. And as I catch her arm, I have a clear as day vision. Like it happened where my mom and my brother were gonna purchase this house because my brother worked at the time in the oil field. So he was going to be only home home for 2 weeks every 3 months. So that was like perfect. It worked perfect for them. So they were gonna do it together. And what was gonna happen was that every time he came back, my mom was gonna nitpick him on certain things to the point where it was gonna get this entity get this entity to go inside him. I mean, not inside him, but control him in a way where it was gonna mess with his behavior, and it was gonna start irritating him and irritating him and irritating him. And on Christmas, he was gonna come home because he always comes home for the holidays. He was gonna come home, and my mom was gonna say something, and what it was gonna drive him to the point where he was gonna hack up my mom into pieces and basically wrap off her body parts and give them to us. But prior to us opening the presents, he's gonna slit his neck. And so I was like, "Oh my God." And as I came to, I was like, "Oh my God." What seemed like an entire vision, it was just within seconds it happened. But I immediately just like, "We gotta go. And my daughter, Tala, was like, "Oh my God, what?" I was like, we gotta go. I just had this, I don't know what it is. We gotta go. So we start walking to my mom, and I'm like telling my mom, "Let's go. We gotta go. She's like, "What's going on? I was like, just listen to me. I'll tell you in the car. Let's just go. We got to go. I want to go see this house." And she's like, okay, let's go. So we go, and my mom's like, "Well, what's going on?" I was like, it's weird, Mom. I was like, "You know me." I saw a vision. She goes, "What do you mean a vision?" I was like, I was putting on my clothes, and as I was falling, I grabbed Tala's hand, and as I grabbed her hand, I saw a complete picture of you guys purchasing this house and what was going to take place. She's like, "What was going to happen?" I was like, "Mom, I'm not going to get into details, but you were not going to survive." And she's like, "What?" She's like, "Well, that's what I've been trying to tell you. I've been wanting you to come see this house." And then that's when it dawned on me. this is why I didn't want to go see the house. This entity was that strong that it was making my behavior change to a point where I didn't want to go see this house. Again, that's not me. That's not me. And at that moment, it dawned like, this thing is strong. Holy shit. I got to see this house. I got to see this house. So as we're driving to this house and my mom pulls into the driveway, I can sense that there's something there, but here's the thing. I don't sense anything evil. So I'm like, I gotta go in this house. I gotta go in this house. So as we're walking up the long sidewalk that goes up to the front door. As my mom's unlocking the door, I clearly hear a little girl say, Mommy. And I'm like, Mom, who's in the house? And she says, nobody's in the house. I said, Mom, I clearly heard a little girl in the house. Like, who's in the house? She said, nobody's in the house. And I said, I clearly heard that. And she's like, Jennifer, she's like, the guy who's gonna sell me the house is basically, he told me to basically, I can like test, I guess see how the kind of like get a gist of the house to see if I really want to purchase it. And I said, really? I said, with no money, nothing, just your application? I was like, it's a little red flaggish. And she's like, yeah, that's why I want you to see the house. And I'm like, okay, well, we already know I heard a girl, so let's just go ahead and do this. And I said, okay, let me go ahead and do my thing, which I tell my friends and family, which means basically they can't be around. Back then, they couldn't be around me because I could sense their presence as well as the ghost. And that's where my empathy comes in. But anyways, that's something else. So with that, I always have them just not with me. But now it's different. Now my abilities had enhanced. I can see them during the day. I can sense them no matter what, whether you're there or 1,000 people are there. I can sense them. It's just, it's grown ridiculously. Anyways, again, I start doing my thing. I start inspecting the house. I go in and you walk in and here's the living room. And then right here is the bathroom. It is a room where I saw the little girl run into. So as as she runs into that room, I'm like, oh my God, I saw a little girl run into the room. So as she runs into that room, I go, obviously that's the master, which I was correct. So it was the master. So it was the master and I didn't see her in there. And then the master, there was one door, and I'm assuming it was the bathroom that had like closets inside, which was correct. So you go into the bathroom, and now when you walk in, it's the closet, the bathtub, and the other closet, and then this behind me is the sink and the window and stuff. And so so I'm like inspecting it or whatever. So as I open this door, I don't see anything. Again, this is the bathtub, and then I go over here. So when I'm over here, I excuse me, I open the closet and nothing. So as I'm like, okay, but I know, all of a sudden I kind of like, I don't know, I guess I don't know. I just like, hold on. I know I saw her, chill out. Let's breathe. Let's see what this, because I need to see if it's the one that was in my vision. I have to see it. So with that being said, even though I could sense it, again, I got to see, because again, there's a reason. I had to, and there's a reason, and it'll come out when it happens. So anyways, as I'm looking, I look and I open the closet closer to the door back to go into the bathroom. I'm back in the bedroom. So as I open it, I'm looking and I look up, and when I look up, there's the high closet rod, and above it there's like a shelf on top. On top of that shelf, she's on top of it looking down at me. So I'm like, holy crap. So I'm like, you know what? That's not what I'm there for. I don't even want to know her story. I just shut the door and continue my inspection. As I continue my inspection, I come out, and there's the living room again, and then right here is the dining room. So I'm inspecting that, and right next to the dining room is the little small foyer that has toward the front door, and there's a closet right there. So as I open it, I see a lady hanging, just hanging. And again, it's not what I'm there for. I feel her. I know what she is. She's a gray ghost, which I describe a gray ghost as a menacing ghost. They can speak to you, make your voice, move things, make you confused, shadows. That's the menacing ghost. They will never harm you. They're jokesters. Sometimes they can be a little bit extra, but they're it's nothing that's going to cause anything harmful, but they can turn to them. Different story. But anyways, so again, with that being said, and they can also cause like depression, stuff like that as well. I forgot to mention that, and that's what this one would do. So anyways, it wasn't what I was there for. I shut the door. I didn't even want to know. So, and as I continue my inspection, I don't sense or see anything. So I'm like, okay, I guess I was wrong. My vision was incorrect, which is great. They can get the house, but again, that's just very weird. Why would that happen? So anyways, so as I am like, okay, well, let me do the garage before I leave, and I was actually going to skip that room, but I said, just, hey, what the hell? So I do it. So as I'm looking, I open the door, I'm like, and I'm looking from right here, and as I'm going across, nothing. And then as I get over here, I see what I can only can describe as that it resembled the guy from the 13 Ghosts movie, the Juggernaut. It looked like him. He was big. He was just evil. Just the evil in his eyes. He looked like him. He was huge. He had the little bit of the muscle thing. He had the mechanic suit. The mechanic suit had something on his nameplate here that it was like, but there was oil on it, so I couldn't, something with an M. I couldn't see what it was, but something with an M. And then his hair was like that, like just like the Juggernaut. He had like the chili bowl thing, but it wasn't him. But all I could sense is death. Like, that's it. It's all he wanted from me was death. Like, just that, like no nothing, just death. And I was like, and so as he charged towards me, I shut the door. And boom. And I went inside. Mom, we gotta go. You're not getting this house. I don't care what you say. No, you're not getting this house. You're not getting it. It's it. She's like, what? I go, I'll tell you while we'll drive. Well, let's just get in the car. So while she's in the car, she's in there before me. So I'm coming around and she's already turning on the car. So as I'm sitting, trying to get in the car, about this thing from the garage, he's on this side. So now I'm outside. So now he's on this side. So now as his arms come out of the garage and come through my mom's car and grab me by my neck and starts choking me. To the point where I'm hyperventilating. I'm grasping for air. My mom is like, what the hell's wrong? What's going on? And I'm like, just drive, Mom, please, just drive. And she's like, oh my God, what the hell? I don't know, I can't drive. I was like, please. And I'm just telling, please drive. And, it is choking. It's just, I feel it like, I can't describe it. It's like the air was just slow. It was just like it was getting limited. I felt like I was gonna pass out. Like I either throw up or pass out. And as I'm just so somehow my mom, with the miracle of the Lord, I guess, got this car into reverse and reversed. And as we're driving, it takes 4 to 5 houses for this thing to finally release its grip from me. So as we're driving, the door is open. She's driving slow, of course, but I'm fucking hypervan the whole way through. And then so once it releases me, it's like I'm like gasping air. I'm trying to I was like, oh my God. I was like, Mom, you're not gonna get that. I was like, I feel better. Okay, I'm fine. And just like after that, like it was just like it went away completely. We shut the door and we went on our way. Not that night, but the very next night, it went down. Basically, we were sleeping in the middle of the night, and at the time my son was like 5 or 6, was sleeping with me, and I used to always sleep with this emoji pillow that he gave me that I love it, and I still sleep with it to this day. And I was sleeping with it, and I always sleep with it, hugging it or whatever. And he was with me. As we were, when we were sleeping in the middle of the night, this, whatever it was, snatched the thing from underneath me. So I jerked, like, what the hell? And it flew. When it flew, it hit my dresser. that had my TV standing on so bit of it with two like dolls or whatever, two like fairy things, and it was right there, and both of them fell and broke to the floor. As that happened, my daughter comes swinging into the room, and she's like, "Mom, I want to sleep with you." And I'm like, "What the heck?" I was like, "What's going on? Are you okay?" And she's like, I mean, within simultaneously, this thing falls, the door opens, she's coming in. So I'm like, it's just like, what? And she's like, it's like so much happening, you know? And he's like, what the? So, and my dogs are kind of starting to get carried away. I have two dogs, a small one, and then I have one that's half German Shepherd, half Husky. And this one's my ride or die. She was my Sonia. She just knew, we would go towards it, we would fight. I mean, we were good together. That's my baby. Anyways, and so yeah, and so she comes into bed. So I'm like, okay, Kym. So I have my daughter, my son, and then I have my dogs right there. And then we're like laying down. I'm like, it's okay, we're good. So let's all go to bed. And then all of a sudden, we hear the most loudest banging. It sounded like our walls are, I mean, it sounded like my walls, my doors, my ceiling, everything in the entire room was rattling, boom, 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 boom. I mean, so loud. My kids were screaming, crying. My dogs were going ballistic. I was like, oh my God, I'm like trying to hold them and trying to hold, I mean, it was so incredibly loud, which seemed like forever. It was probably within maybe like 5, I don't know, maybe 6 minutes. Maybe longer. I mean, I don't know. And then all of a sudden it just went silent. And I'm like, oh my God. So after a while, but my dogs are still going ballistic, still trying to get to that door. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, I tell my little ones that they know what I can do. They know what mommy can see. So I was like, look, I'm gonna go with Sonia. I said, you guys stay here. Do not open that door. If I say open that door, I will open the door and come back, okay? So you know mommy's not scared. Mommy got this. So don't be scared. So I go and I start. So as soon as we leave my bedroom, I have a small like offset that's part of before I hit the hallway. And then it's a like the hallway goes like an L. So this is, they'll go this way, it's my daughter's room, and then the dog's room. And then if you go like back, it's like, I guess T, because that's my room. And you go, the middle is the hall, and then right here is the bathroom. So and then it's the living room, and then the dining room, and then it connects to the kitchen, and then at the end of the kitchen is the washer and dryer, and then it's the garage. So yeah, so we're in that offset, and we're like, okay, we're like, okay, let's look at these rooms to see if anything's going. And me and my dog, we go into the first room, nothing. We see the lady, but that's a ghost that sings to my daughter every night, but she's great, she's awesome. So hey, hey girl, or whatever. And so we go, or anyways, we go, so then we go, keep going straight, which is my dog's room, and in there it's nothing. We're friend go, okay, so now we're gonna go back. We look we go to the middle hallway, and then we see the bathroom, nothing. And then we look in the living room, and that's when I let her go, because that's when it opens, you know what I mean? And as it opens, what do you call it, my dog and I start turning on the lights or whatever, and we don't see anything. But tell me this, my washer, which is way, way heavier than a dryer, is detached, unplugged, and moved from the washer and dryer area, the laundry room, where the kitchen, the dining room, almost to the living room, where there's a step that stops the dining room and the living room from connecting. I guess it's one step. It's like right on the edge. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, what the? And so I go over there and I look where the washer was initially, and there's no water on the floor, there's nothing. So I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, how is, so anyways, so then I go back to the room, and I'm like, y'all are not gonna believe this. I tell the kids, y'all can come, it's normal. I turn on the lights, there's nothing here. Mommy knows. So they walk, and they're like, whoa, we're all in disbelief. So we're like, well, we both try to move, we can't move it, it's too heavy for us. So it's like, oh God. So it's like, okay. So we're like, well, let's just wait, we'll do it tomorrow. So we go to bed. That's that night, you know what I mean? That's how that ends. And then the next morning, we wake up, and when we wake up, I have my father's, the son of my father come over. We're gonna go do some stuff together or whatever. And as before he goes, I have him going to the asking him to help us move it back. And so it took me, him, my daughter, me, and my son, all of us to push, because we didn't have a dolly, we didn't have any of that. It took all of us to move him back. So with that, move it back to where it was at. So that was like, you know what I mean? So that was like, hey, that's more crazy. It took all of us to move it. That's how strong this thing was, whatever it was. And I'm gonna find out what it is shortly and tell you. So so it took, so then so I tell them to go outside into the back patio and let me go get dressed, because I'm all hot and stuff. So let me go change. And they're like, so they're all outside in the back patio, and as well as the father. So I'm by myself. So as I'm walking to the hallway, again, it's like a T shape. At the end of the T, guess who I see? Mr. Juggernaut. And he looks, when I said I thought he looked mad then, he looked like I don't know, it was like it was gonna be an evil death. Like it was gonna be a very painful, it was gonna be torture. Like he wanted to hurt me bad, if that makes sense. That's the way he was looking at me. And so, but then I thought to myself, I said, hold on. You're in my house, buddy. Are you insane? Are you crazy? You're in my house. I said, no. So I started walking towards him. So as we walk towards each other, so I'm facing him, he's coming towards me. So when he's coming towards me, he scratches me from here to here. So I go like that. So I'm facing the bathroom now. So I go inside the bathroom, and then I look out and he's gone. And I'm like, holy shit. I look at my face and I have 3 scratches from here all the way through here. And when I say these things were definitely gonna need stitches and definitely gonna scar. These were so thick. I mean, you could like go in between the carnita and shit. Like, that's kind of gross, but you could get like in between. It was so disgusting. I was like, holy crap. And so I called my daughter, and my daughter's like, Mom, what happened to your face? I was like, he scratched me. He's like, what are you gonna do? And I was like, and so I don't know, I just thought, I washed my face, and as I washed it, I put the water in my face, and the water, as it hit my face, it just started evaporating, like just slowly, just go, like, and like it was never there. And I was like, holy crap. And my daughter was like, just go outside. It's okay. I got this. Just go outside. She's like, okay. So she took off like a bat out of hell. She was gone. She was gone. So I turned off the light and I said, okay. So I looked up and I was praying he was there. And guess what? He was. And I was praying. I was like, dude, you touched my face. Are you insane? I'm a girl. You touched my face? Are you insane? So I was like, I was ready. I said, we're gonna go. It's gonna go down. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight this ghost. Fudge this shit. You know what I mean? So, but as I was about to step out of the bathroom to be like, I guess more like I could turn and then I would be facing him, I was like more on like the door frame. The woman that was staying in my daughter's room slowly comes out, and now she's at the end of the T. So now it's the T, I'm at the bathroom, and he's at the end of this wall. And she, for the life of her, screams from the top of her lungs, get out of my house! Get out of my house! And as she's doing this, she is gliding so fast. I mean, the hair just goes on my face. I'm like, holy crap. And just, she goes through him and then makes a U-turn and goes through him again. The second time she went through him, he went and he just disintegrated into the sky. When I say, when I saw this, every time I say this story, it makes me cry, because how you felt like the world was clean again, like you felt pure, like everything was right again, like it was like I didn't have anything to be scared of anymore. Like I knew that this person, like it was over. Whatever happened was over. It's done. And she went past me and she said, hi. And I said, hi. And she glided into the restroom, back into my daughter's room, and I never saw it again.